Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome back to the brand new episode of the Hey Corner Crew podcast. I am your host, JJ Lang. With me, as always, are my two wonderful co-hosts. First, you know me, love him, Nate, the little goonfoss.
Please tell me your new place has better Wi-Fi. Good Lord.
Yes, it will have much better Wi-Fi. And also with us is Dan, the Statman Scully.
You really should just hook up via Ethernet when you get to your new place. It'll be so much better.
I'm going to be using a different computer when I get there, so don't worry about it. We had a pretty good weekend this weekend, as Nate said before we started recording. 3 out of 4 wins for both teams across the board. Pretty solid. As Nate also said before we started recording, you know it's a good weekend when Nate's wearing a jersey and not a t-shirt or something. So that's also a good thing. So we're going to start with the ladies. They obviously had the earlier of both games. We're going to go through them first, and then we're going to go to the guys afterwards. So I'm going to pitch this over to Dan, and we're going to start there.
The only blemish of the weekend on Friday for the ladies. It was a good game up until I would say the third period.
Yep.
In fact, it was tied headed into the third. Just got away from them. That's the only way you can put it.
The game was back and it was a back and forth too.
Special teams,
like they were just trading. Yeah,
special teams was the story of the weekend. It really. I mean,
well, you're.
I'm
there out of.
In saying Lindenwood won the special teams battle Friday, RAT won the special teams battle Saturday.
Yes, correct.
And if you
they
were
both
there,
had one power play goal on Saturday.
Right, but RAT killed off how many Saturday? We'll get there in a minute because woohoo, start the parade bus. Good Lord. It was the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. I just saw it. One penalty.
Dan Scully doing his best impression of the Count from Sesame Street.
I looked up at you at one point in the first period on Saturday, and I thought you were ripping your hair out.
I probably was. I'm going,
oh my God.
It felt like a competition of how much time can we spend in this game with at least one player in one of the two boxes.
It's a competition.
Still some bright spots on Friday though. Started off the game well, only less than 90 seconds in, and the Tigers were up 1-0. Thanks to Jaden Farney.
Called that. I said she was due last week.
She's not off to a good start, but she's getting hot. So
Nicole Ness, who I know that between the hash marks is a high percentage area anyway, but that's turning into her spot to score goals from.
Oh,
I would agree with that.
Because what? She's got 3 goals in 3 games now.
She's starting to checks out, yeah.
As long as she didn't get a second one in there somewhere, she's starting to heat up. And I posted that on the Instagram story because she posted something. I was like, Nicole Ness heating up is a scary thing. It should be terrifying for everybody.
And Megan McCormick also had a goal on Friday.
And she deserved one Saturday too.
Yes, she did.
By the way.
Not quite so many penalties in Friday's game. Only 7.
The fact that that's how you're wording it is concerning. Very concerning.
Yeah. Yeah. It was tough.
Can I just say, I love the Thanksgiving Day parade analogy you made. That was very underrated. I'm going to give you some props for that because that was pretty good.
Thank you. I came up with that right on the spot. I thought it was good.
That was pretty good.
Sarah, this was her first rough game in a while.
I would say so.
I'm not saying it's all her fault. I mean, she made 31 saves in this game. She did kind of get hung out to dry in the third, but 2 of those goals were soft.
Yeah.
And again, not necessarily her fault, and they just kind of squeaked right through. But those are saves that we're used to her making. And I don't know. I mean, every goal has an off night, right? Like, it's not, we can't expect her to be the goalie of the year every single night. I mean, it's a whole team effort.
No.
And really, team didn't play bad until until the third period when everything just kind of fell apart. Lindenwood made some adjustments and they worked.
I was unfortunately unable to make it Friday or Saturday, which kind of stunk. But at the same time, like, I'm following along with the game, and it's just the two teams are just trading goals all game Friday, and I'm like, okay, something's got to break here. Like, someone's gonna just put the pedal to the metal, and unfortunately, it was Lindenwood. But no, I think you're right. I think Sarah just had an off night, and that's rare to see because of how good she usually is and how phenomenal she is in that. But I also sit there and go, you know what? You can't sit there and be mad at Sarah or try to blame Sarah for what happened because it's not her fault.
No, not at all. And Lindenwood's a good team. We got better, and they probably got equally as better. And Natalie Ferentz had a heck of a weekend. I mean, I know Saturday the score might not tell you otherwise, but she made some saves this weekend that were, especially in the third period on Friday. They made some adjustments in between the second and third, and they worked, and they shut us down for the whole pretty much the whole third period. And I know Celeste wasn't too happy with the execution, but I mean, it is what it is. It's hockey. It's never going to go perfect. And
no.
Boy, did they bounce back.
Yeah, Saturday was a totally different story.
And this was another one of those games where they got better as the game went on.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And you can say that about Lindenwood on Friday night, too. It was just one of those games where they got better as the game went on.
4 unanswered goals for the Tigers before the Lions were able to score. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and then with a couple of Lindenwood goals smattered in between, 3 goals in the third.
The third period was nuts.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. Like, going back and rewatching
goal.
Was nuts.
Watching that period, it was like the Oprah meme where it's like, you got a goal and you got a goal and you got. It was literally just that. Like, that period, rewatching that, I was like, man, that's wild. I wish I kind of could have been there for that.
Thank you, Clarkson.
Yeah, we'll take. I don't know why you let Jane Farney leave, but we'll have her. We'll take her all day long.
Oh my! What she had a
mother
weekend.
Of God.
So I thought, I know Addie got one, but I thought Farney tipped it. So, and even I go back and watch it, and I still think she tipped it, but obviously it wasn't called that way.
Which one are you talking about?
The car goal.
Oh yeah. I went back and forth on that one, but she didn't. It was close.
She didn't.
But
from my spot in the goal line, it looked like she tipped it. But I'm not disagreeing with you on just what I saw. But,
there were a couple of tip goals in this series, though.
Yes,
there were.
Addie 2 points. 2 points on Saturday.
3 points. 3 assists.
3 points. Am I? I'm being lied to. Sorry, I'm looking at it on CHN. That's my fault.
Yeah, that is your
trusting
fault.
CHN.
I can see it better. Oh, there it is.
It's gonna say. I know because all 3 of the 3 started on Saturday and 3 points.
No, math. On here, she has 1 goal, 1 assist. But then
on Saturday?
Yes.
Addie did not. Addie Alvarez.
Sorry, Addie Carr.
Okay.
Addie Carr. Sorry.
This is an Abbott and Costello skit.
Addie Alvarez didn't score.
Right, that's what I was getting hung up on.
Oh, okay. Crap, we have 2 Addies. Dang it.
What's next? We're gonna argue about the Emmas.
Too many people with the same name.
Yeah, the
there's
7 Emmas on this team.
That's already
Jesus.
confusing enough as it is. Now we have to deal with this. It's even worse when Pickering and Roland are on the same line. Someone's like, "Go get an Emma," and you're like, "Which one?" They're both out there right now.
Logan Marchese following her sister's footsteps, 5 block shots Saturday.
There you go. Love to see that.
Love
2
to
minutes
see
for
that.
body checking.
Yes. Hey, remember when we said that they might be different players? Didn't
Nope.
look like it.
Clones. Literal clones.
Literal clones.
Watching that playback and seeing Logan like block that first shot, I was like, "Yep, here we go. here it comes again."
I know we don't give out a hard hat, but we totally should. Megan McCormick.
Yes.
14 for 19 in the face-off dot. 6 block shots. Like I said, deserved a goal after the night she had. Oh, I told her at Skip Tigers, I'm like, do you need to go get ice or something? Like, you were just eating pucks all night.
Put them on a plate.
Like, jeez. I love it. They blocked 29 shots on Saturday, which I think made a difference. Helps that they were killing for 28 or for 18 minutes. But I guess it was only 14:06. Minutes, but thank you. I see that now.
Because you know what the best way to kill a penalty is? Draw a penalty.
Yes,
there was plenty of that in this game.
What do we like to say? It wouldn't be an RIT hockey game without a penalty parade.
I think we should change it.
9.
I think we should change it to a bare minimum 4 penalties per game per team.
And it's sucky because 2 of these, the elapsed were 39 seconds and 48 seconds. So it really does hurt Lindenwood's power play, but it really helps our penalty kill.
Mm-hmm.
So
what is our penalty kill at now?
Stupid good. That's what that's all I got.
That reply was fantastic. I don't even want to know what the number is now. I'll just stick with that.
It's only 79.49%. Stupid good.
Huh? What? Where are you reading this?
I'm just reading it off my phone because it's easier to find.
Yeah, but I'm looking at our cumulative statistics and it's showing the opponent's power play percentages 200, which means we're 800 on the penalty kill.
So they rounded up.
No, last I checked, 8 divides evenly into 40.
All right, stat man.
Nate, you're getting outmathed by Dan Scully right now. I think you should just give up.
Sophia Belina, if you did not see her save in the second period, go watch it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sophia has been something else this year.
Routine.
Oh my God. What was it? I think Andrew Keller said, you know, it's a great save when Nate's jumping around up there. This is one of those.
I'm going to say
unbelievable in the pipes.
I've been very impressed by Sophia this year, from what we've seen from her.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially with how good Sarah is. The fact that Celeste is confident enough to give Sophia these games just kind of goes show like, okay, like you can trade back and forth. Like you don't have to sit there and hope to God that Sarah can carry you every night in the net. Like you can give Sophia games every now and then and give Sarah a nice day to just relax and like rest up a little bit.
And I hate calling this game a must win in October because there was really no such thing as a must win in October, but this game was a must win. You don't want to go. We said this last year. You can't have to go to Missouri and get 4 points and need 4 points. So the fact that she had the confidence to put Sophia in a hypothetical must-win game early in the season, that's huge.
Yes.
And I mean, we've been saying it. We said it all last year, and we've been saying it all this year too. Like, we have 3 goalies that can go in and win you a hockey game, which is a good problem to have.
I kind of wonder if we'll see Emma at all this year, or when we'll see her. Not if.
We'll
when we
see her. Well, she'll definitely get in. I think it's hard because how do you? And I was kind of questioning the decision to take Sarah out of the net, and I'm like, she had 1 bad game. Like, how do you take her out of the net? You know, it's kind of hard. Like, you don't want her sitting on it for a week, especially with the team that's coming in this weekend.
Mhm.
Coming in, like, you want her to be, back on her A game. But I mean, it's, maybe she needed a rest. And hey, you had an off night. Let's give Sophia the net tomorrow, get a rest, and get ready for Mercyhurst. I don't think Sophia's taking the net from Sarah quite yet.
No.
But it is nice to know that you have that option. God forbid any injury, or if Sarah does have another rough night, like it is good to have somebody to put in. So
Agreed there.
good weekend overall. Like, yeah, the third period on Friday sucked, but
Hey man, 2 points. We'll take it.
tied for second in the league with 4 other teams. But hey,
The other teams.
So speaking of that, because I've got it pulled up right here,
It's a
so I can go
4-way tie. You double counted
really quick.
us.
oh duh, yeah. I
going
really
over-
wanted Syracuse to win on Sunday, so everybody would be tied.
Nate
Hey, we're
wanting
first,
Syracuse
yeah!
to win something?
Only for that aspect.
So looking at the standings, going
Yes,
from-
because I wanted to keep Penn State within reaching distance, dude. Come on.
anyways,
Keep them as close as possible.
looking at the standings now, finally, now that I can get into it.
You're welcome.
Going from the bottom to the top, Syracuse is in dead last with 0 points. Robert
Good.
Morris, RIT, Mercyhurst, and Lindenwood are all in a 4-way tie for second with 2 points, and Penn State is sitting at the top with 4.
Yeah, hey guys, Penn State's back.
Yep. If anybody thought
That
that
1-6-1 record is a fluke.
if anyone thought that Penn State was going to be not good this year, you're an idiot, because they came out
Wake
this
up.
weekend and decided to just slap their opponent. So
I mean 4-2 on Saturday. That's not sorry, I'm jumping in Dan Scully's way.
they still slapped them. Doesn't matter. Speaking of that, let's go over to Dan so we can go to scores around the league for the weekend.
Just a quick note on Saturday. Twice as many penalties as Friday. 14 in the game. There were 4 hooking calls, and I swear that Plouffe was like, "You've got to be
Awful.
kidding me. Will you stop hooking each other?" on the last one that was called.
Oh, they had a rough weekend. Plouffe and Visconti. Oh my god.
Those clowns.
Jesus.
As I mentioned
Hey,
last...
but we got Craig on Saturday.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
the return
we
of
did.
Craig.
Quick note, my dad yelled something absolutely hysterical at Craig.
Can you say it on the pod, or is this like you have to tell us afterwards?
I can say it on the pod.
Am I gonna need
Craig,
a timestamp?
Craig, just know that I love you. My dad has a running joke with Craig about how he had too many donuts in the off season, right? So
Oh god. Here it comes.
Talbot said to my dad, said, "Hey, you should definitely use like the Pillsbury Doughboy because he's not the tallest official out there." So my dad yells, "Hey Craig, if somebody pokes your belly button, do you giggle like the Doughboy?" And oh my god!
And you Craig heard that
his
too.
head just went straight down, and I get a text during the intermission, and he goes, "Yes."
This is why Craig is the only ref that we like across all the leagues.
It was so good.
Oh god, he's so funny.
It was so good. Oh, that's not even the funniest thing he said to Craig, but I can't share that one on the pod.
No, keeping that one to ourselves.
If you know which one it is, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure I know you're going with that, and we're not bringing that one up.
Yes, it does.
And I know exactly what you...
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh Lord. All right. What happened around CHA? There was no non-conference to be mad at.
Thank God.
Right, and as I mentioned last week, the schedule's pretty simple for that reason. The only other game Friday, Mercyhurst trucked Robert Morris 9-2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robert Morris showing their true colors.
Yeah.
Saturday, RMU got revenge 3-2.
Yeah, because Mercier said, "Yeah, we're playing the backups." It bit them, but
they
man.
almost won. What are you talking about?
Sarah Boucher is something else, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Emma Nystrom is also something else, but Robert Morris outshot them in the third, so
You
too
don't
bad it was already
see-
like 7-1.
You don't see that every day.
What?
Now, we saw it at the Gene earlier this year, but there were 2 separate majors in the second RMU Mercyhurst game.
Whoa.
Really?
One was
Chippy.
5 in a game for a hit from behind, and one of them was a major for face masking with 5 seconds left in the game.
God. Talk about chippy, yeah.
I'm going to Flow.
Yeah, that might be an
He's gonna go to those
interesting one.
timestamps.
I want to find that.
He's gonna go to the timestamps and just look for just those moments and then turn the game off.
You act like I'm not on Flow on my phone right now.
He's gonna go find him.
And Penn State would sweep Syracuse in a Saturday-Sunday series for some reason, 4-2 and 6-2.
Yikes,
Yeah, Penn
for
State's
Syracuse.
back.
Hey, there was a face-off violation in one of those games.
Why
That
haven't
was with
we
5
haven't seen much
seconds
of
left,
that
Dan?
this year?
What did you say?
There
We
was
haven't
5 seconds left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's gotta go watch it.
Well, Mercy.
I think he'd do it right now.
Keep going.
Normal schedule for a change. All the league games are Friday, Saturday. Lindenwood hosts Penn State at 6 Central Friday and 5:45 Central on Saturday.
What a weird time Saturday.
Yeah, it was a dumb penalty. Sorry.
RMU
Where are we?
brings Syracuse to town 7 Friday, 3 Saturday. And your Tigers bring the Mercyhurst Lakers to town 6 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
Before we get there, Kyla Bear, Defensive Player of the Week.
Yep, that was fantastic to see.
Jaden Farney got robbed.
Also, Kyla's response to the story posted on Instagram was more to come. I'm just like, she ain't done yet. She's not done yet. That's gonna be good.
Everybody should be terrified.
All right, T Women's Hockey is back.
So back.
Are you saying that
we are so back?
There's going to be some maulings by the Bears?
Good Lord, Dan. That was like a dad joke.
Dan, that was tough. That was a tough one, Dan. I don't know about that
Memphis
one.
Survey says that one real quick. I will say I'm really interested to see the Syracuse RMU game. That game I'm very interested in seeing the results of that. Because RMU obviously got spanked on Friday. And I'm kind of just like, ooh, that could be interesting for them. Syracuse got swept, but then again, Penn State is just a juggernaut. So like you kind of expected that to happen. But I'm really curious to see if they're able, if those two teams go toe to toe, or if someone comes out and just says, "Now we're taking these." I feel like RMU might win both those games, honestly.
I'm looking at their stats for Mercyhurst, and Anna Nystrom has 2 penalty minutes.
That's it.
She's the goalie.
She's the goalie.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, what the hell? How did that even happen?
I have no idea. I'm not going back to find
Also,
it. Also,
side tangent. Did anybody see the clip that was floating around from, I think it was ECHL or something like that? Some dude, one of the goaltenders shoved some guy's stick into the goalpost and then snapped his stick in half while he was in the middle of a fight? Anyone
That was
catch that?
dude. That was beer league.
It was beer league. Okay, never mind. I thought it was
Yes.
ECHL for a second. That was
And
pretty...
so the guy was rightfully pissed off. I would have had the same reaction if somebody did that to my stick.
Considering he's finally got one, and he was able to play after that.
Oh yeah, and dude, sticks are $100 minimum.
Yeah, that guy's. Oh.
Yeah, I'd be so mad.
I was like, damn, this man really just said, nope, not playing anymore today. Snap the stick.
The ECHL, they just get handed another one. Like, must be nice.
Oh God. Anyway,
Dan's looking for that penalty. I know he is.
Yeah,
he's totally looking for that
he's
penalty.
trying to find it.
How could you tell?
Because you're just not acknowledging anything.
I guess we can start talking about the Lakers. Sarah Boucher is good.
Yeah, if you didn't realize that already, she is.
Well, that's a different kind of goaltender interference.
What?
We got called for interference.
Wait.
Does the goalie get called for?
I've seen it. Yeah, because like you can't just, if somebody's standing outside your crease, you can't just go absolutely level them. Like that's not allowed.
Why not?
They don't usually call it interference. They call it like roughing or something.
Or like hitting from behind.
Okay, so if the player was just cutting through the middle of the slot and she came out and like hit him, that's interference. Like
yeah, but it's not something you see every day. That's for sure.
Mercyhurst has 3 players with 6 goals.
Lordy.
Yeah.
Sarah Boucher.
At all.
Sarah Boucher. Thea Johansson.
and Sydney Patterson?
No, Sydney Patterson has 1 goal, but she has 10 assists.
Okay.
What? 10?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Holy
11
crap.
points. 11 points. And she has 27 penalty minutes. But is she the one that got the 5? Because that would make sense.
I think so.
God, that's insane.
Because that would make sense. The fact that she's at 27. Hey, they take some penalties.
Capitalized special teams is going to need to be on big time this weekend.
Yeah, special teams could be the determining factor. And look, this is a series where Mercyhurst might come in with the mentality of, same old Tiger, same old RAT. Right? It could happen. It could happen all year.
No. Definitely not.
And we got some players that are hot.
Kyla Bear has a streak going right now.
Jaden Farney, Nicole Ness, Kylie Aquaros leads the team in points quietly. She's got 2 goals, 7 assists.
It's mostly assists, isn't it?
I was gonna say she's a playmaker. I've been saying it for 3 years now.
She's giving me some Hanson Bukata vibes from last year, where she's just all assists, no goal.
Yeah. Stay out of the box. Stay out of the box this weekend.
If they're gonna draw penalties, you gotta capitalize on the special teams.
And we gotta get our power play going. Our power play is only at 9.8%. That's gotta get going. It's still early, but you gotta get that cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had a couple majors that we didn't score on, so it's time to get the power play cooking. And we've played some good penalty kills too. Like there's 2 parts to it. You know, if your power play's not cooking, we've been getting opportunities, just the other team's PKs have been really good. And Mercyhurst's PK is very good.
What's the percentage?
83. Roughly.
Okay.
So
roughly. I mean, Nate doesn't want me yelling at him again.
Yeah, pretty much.
He doesn't want to get out-mathed again.
6-3, Policini Center. No excuse. Be there.
Get there.
Go. This is going to be a good series, I think.
Especially considering there's no men's games this weekend.
At home. There's men's
games. Home, yes.
At
home. That's what I meant, yeah.
There are men's games. The podcast is.
They're playing, but just not at Policini, sadly.
Yeah, sad.
I almost pulled the trigger on that one for Friday. Me too.
I'm going to go split.
I'm thinking
And-
both these games are going to be close. I don't think they're going to come out and
Yes.
crush us like they did to RMU.
Nystrom's going to have to play the game of her life if we're going to get blown out. That's
Our
really
offense is clicking right now, so there's no chance.
our offense is starting to roll.
Yeah. Like
It,
Yeah. Words, English.
go ahead, Dan.
well, that's not JJ's fault. That's his internet connection. But
I think you burped for a second. I'm not gonna lie.
Death.
What I was gonna say is one or both of these games could end up being goaltender duels.
Yeah, I could see that
see it.
too.
Which benefits us.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. The longer these games go, scoreless or 1-goal game, that benefits us. I'm going to be honest. We're not at that point where we can get into a track meet with Mercyhurst. We're not.
I don't think. I think the only team in the league that can do that is Penn State. Quite honestly.
Yes. Mercyhurst is also 0 for 4 on the road. Now those
Really?
games were at St. Lawrence and at Colgate, but
I mean, those Colgate is just a
that can start to creep into the
monster.
back
So
of
that's
your
probably
head,
why.
though.
But
Oh,
it's
you know,
very
especially-
true.
we
That-
win Friday.
That
0-5 on the
also-
road. That starts to creep into you a little bit.
That also means that Nystrom is averaging half a penalty minute per road game.
Okay.
You brought
If
up
Nystrom-
the fact that the
Oh
goal.
my
If Nystrom takes a
God.
penalty, I mean, sure.
That'll be the funniest thing ever.
I'd rather see her
What game-
take a
what
10
game was
because
her-
it's going to be funny to watch a
Yeah.
goalie sit in the box.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. Not in person, but I've seen it. It was a Mercyhurst goalie.
I was going to say, it was Mercyhurst men's
It was like
team
the
at
it was
Air
like the
Force.
last college hockey game before COVID.
Why do I not remember that?
You don't? It was a playoff game, dude.
No.
We'll find it.
Why do I not remember that?
We'll find it and send it to you. It was great.
It was against us.
No, it was
Us?
no, it was at
No.
Air Force.
Oh, okay. That's probably why I don't remember it.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't think I was
That's the
as
wrong vowel.
I don't think I paid as much attention with other teams' games that were when they weren't playing us back then. So I'm not sure.
Garrett
But-
Metcalf received a 2-minute penalty for delay of game after he shot the puck into the stands with less than 2 minutes left to play.
Why
And they
baby?
actually goalies don't usually have to serve their minors, but that one they send the box. They're like, get in the box.
No, they still don't have to serve.
Oh,
their
he got a
minors,
misconduct.
but he got a
He
misconduct.
got a misconduct. Yeah, I see it now.
They have to
So-
serve their majors and their misconducts.
Yeah.
So wait, so he goes in the box. That just means the other goalie comes out, correct? They don't just go.
Yeah,
with our
they
goaltender.
just put the backup in. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot how screwed up this box score is.
For which game?
Garrett Metcalf's 10-minute misconduct. The offense is listed as 10-minute misconduct, but it's a 2-minute minor.
Rip.
Oh, that's funny. The absolute anger in Dan's face right now is outstanding.
Every time there's a box score messed up, Dan gets so mad.
He just watches his face just turns to a scowl.
Because it's not
Yeah.
that hard to get them right.
Yeah. All right, I've now flipped my bucket hat inside out for the transition to the men's portion of today's podcast. If you are not watching on YouTube, you missed that glorious transition. That's probably going to be really jarring for the rest of you once we start this bit.
Yay, jump
But the
cuts.
men had, but the men had 2 games this weekend against Holy Cross, and to take Dan Scully's line from him, does anyone have a broom present?
I don't.
Damn, you had one job, Nate. You had one
It
job.
wasn't 6 points. Yes.
You know
it's-
what? It's 5.
Hypothetically, it's a sweep, but it's not. And
No, it's a
So-
sweep. We won both games. Don't give me
So
that
what
crap.
we need for a technical sweep is a curling broom.
sure,
Or a dustpan with a little hand broom.
that works.
That's fine. Dan's like cringing so hard. at that.
Neither one of these make any.
No, not
No.
really. Not at all. So pitching this over to Nate so we can get started on the weekend. Pretty good weekend for the men. Pretty good weekend for the boys.
I'd say so.
A little bit of revenge after last year.
Okay. I didn't realize how many shots we had in this game. Oh my god. Yeah. The Crusaders team that knocked us out last year in the postseason. I'm still mad about it. This doesn't change anything
today.
No, this is like, so I'm gonna use a football analogy here. When the Bills lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game in 2020, right? 2021, 2020, whatever. Everybody was like, oh, the regular season game the next year is the revenge game. No, it's not. The revenge game comes in the playoffs when you beat them in the playoffs. This was not the revenge weekend. Playoffs? Talking about playoffs? Anyway, God, that's gonna get audio clipped, isn't it? Anyway.
Yep.
Jason Grandy, 18. Jason, I want to say this right now. What we saw this weekend was the two best goalies in the conference go at each other.
I would
and
say
it's
that.
Not even close. There's Tommy Scarfoni and Jason Grandy, the Grand Canyon, and then everybody else.
Yes. Correct.
This was a goaltending display from both of them all weekend. Unbelievable. Jason Grandy, 18 saves in the first period. Doesn't give up a goal. That's got to be frustrating going into the room. Outshot him 18-6, and nobody scored. And then Carter Wilkie showed up.
Yep. Again.
Carter Wilkie is so good, and he doesn't even lead the team in points. That should tell you something. How good of a player he is.
Wait,
his line
who's more
mate,
points than him?
His line mate, Cody Laskowski.
Oh, Lasky does. Never mind.
Is just as good. It's stupid, man.
Makes me wonder how Lasky wasn't invited to a development camp this past summer.
He's gonna be this year.
Yeah, but I was gonna say he doesn't. It'll be shocking if he doesn't.
I mean, yeah, Lasky had a heck of a weekend. Anyway, Carter Wilkie about halfway through the game decided, you know what, screw this, let's go. Scores, and then nothing else in the second period. And then the third period got fun and exciting.
Yeah.
What a mess. Dan, that was a perfect word.
It was a can of worms.
What a mess. Jack Ricketts tied the game from everybody's friend Liam McClinsky and
those two
Michael Hodge on the power play. Yeah. And then
I don't like those guys. I'm not a fan.
Holy Cross scored again. And then they didn't, because Wayne Wilson's a genius. Jack Robilotti decided to take a contact to the head major before they scored. And I thought they were reviewing goal interference, because I'm listening in the car and nobody knew what the hell was going on, so I was driving. And all of a sudden they're like, no goal, and then all of a sudden, wait, there's a penalty. And I'm like, okay, so what happened during the review that caused them to get a penalty? And they're like, it's a major. And I'm like, whoa. Turns out they were reviewing contact to the head, not the goal.
Yeah, that was kind of
reviewing both, but ultimately it was the contact to the head that brought the goal back.
I was gonna say,
because I said immediately when I saw the goal, challenge that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, was it a 15-minute challenge like last weekend, or was it like a pretty quick one?
It took a little bit, and I'm like, take your time, guys. I'm gonna be a little bit of a hypocrite.
Well,
take your time.
See, they probably were looking at both. Because except
I have Dan's exact quote.
Except for offside, when you challenge for one thing, they can actually review all aspects of the play.
Mhm.
But they also have to get the time right on when they should have called the penalty because they put time back on the clock.
Yeah, they added like 19 seconds or something like that. It was a lot of time.
Which, by
Yeah,
the way, is a nightmare for people like me. But
I mean, some people might think that 19 seconds is like, oh, it's not a lot, but like in hockey, that's
in sports, that's an eternity.
That's a lot of time.
Do you remember when last year when Wayne had like a minute added back and got a penalty
at Air Force?
Oh my God.
The greatest challenge I have ever seen in my life.
Because it was like the play didn't stop, and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna challenge.
The game
this,
was
like,
over.
He's got to keep going.
Like, there was a whistle with like 2 seconds left,
and he challenged
and then
it.
They challenged it, and then they're putting Carter Wilkie at center ice for a penalty shot. And if he had scored on that shot, oh my God, I would have lost my mind. That stuff never happens at RIT.
No. The fun stuff doesn't ever happen here.
Never.
Well, the fun stuff like that.
Except for Canisius. Everybody in the box, double minors for roughing.
Cramming 5 people in there. That was great. The picture is still phenomenal.
Then they waved that goal off, and it still didn't matter because Mercier scored. Holy Cross scored shorthanded.
Whoops.
Call me Ed Trefsker. Ed was doing that all weekend. Just start naming the Catholic schools. You'll get one at one. You'll get the right one at some point.
Notre Dame. Oh, wait, no, they didn't score against us.
So I'm going to Penn State Notre Dame this weekend. And if Notre Dame gets shut out again, I will have got, at least on Saturday, I will have gone 120 minutes without Notre Dame scoring a goal. Not going to happen. And then bang, right back at you. Simon Isabel ties the game and sends us to, for the first time this year,
overtime.
Sudden death overtime. And oh my God. This is why 3-on-3 hockey is
Tanner freaking Andrew.
3-on-3 overtime is the greatest thing that has ever happened to the game of hockey. Besides getting rid of the 2-line pass, because that was stupid to begin with. Anyway, Tommy Scarfoni makes an unbelievable save on one end. RIT comes down. Jason Graney makes probably the save of the year on the other end. Puck goes back down. Aiden Hansen-Mukata grabs it, comes back up the ice, finds Tanner Andrew. Bang, game over. Give me 2 points. Just the goaltending all weekend was unbelievable. This was a goalie duel for the minute the puck dropped on Friday to the minute the game ended on Saturday. This game could have been a blowout. Mercyhurst could have been down 3-4-0 after the first period, and they
Mercyhurst?
Did it again, didn't I?
Strike 2.
I'm tired.
One more, we kick you off the show for a week.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Tanner needed that one. He was due.
Tanner needed that one.
It was the first thing you texted as soon as that score was Tanner needed that one.
He needed that one. He's had a couple posts this year. He needed one.
I mean, let's put this into perspective.
And it's not like he's been playing bad either. Like
No, he's been playing really well.
He's had a good start to the year.
That's the thing.
Right.
Yes. Exactly. Can you imagine?
Which is fine by me. If he wants to keep doing that, I'm fully okay
they're
with
still
that.
Scoring. Can you imagine a situation where you've got Wilkie, Lasky, Tanner, and JoJo all just clicking offensively on the same line? You score 20 goals a game.
Hey,
JJ.
RIT men's lacrosse.
JJ.
Yeah.
All 4 of those guys are top 5 in scoring right now.
Well, I know.
Here's the thing with our scoring, though, is that it's spread out. Like, sure, we haven't scored Cody Laskowski has 8 points, and there's a bunch of guys that have 2 or 1. but we haven't really blown anybody out this year. And
can we also talk about who else had got a point this weekend?
oh yeah, they didn't put it on the score sheet.
Well, because they
It's
changed it
not on
after
here.
the fact.
Changed it after the fact that it got uploaded. But Tommy's got a voting goalie point. Let's go.
I was wondering what was going on because
Goalie point. Goalie
Goalie
point.
because I
Goalie
saw
goalie
the
point.
Instagram story and then I went back to the box score. I'm like, his not only is his name not there, but all 3 of our goals have 2 assists on them for Saturday.
So what his brother explained in Discord was that they went back after the game was over and changed it and said that Tommy was the second assist on one of those. I guess they thought someone else had touched it beforehand, but they hadn't.
No,
Like, yep,
they didn't
Tommy
give
hit.
anybody the puck. They didn't give anybody the second assist.
Oh, there's just one for him?
There's just one for Aiden.
Oh,
On the
that's
score
that's
sheet.
not what the box score on our website says. Now, it could be that Tim hasn't had a chance to upload an updated box score, but
Yeah, but
God, I
they
love the fact
gave
that he has a
Tommy
point. It's so
got the
funny.
puck. Goalie point. Let's go.
So how many guys on our roster right now don't have points?
Ooh, I was just looking at it.
no,
That's a good
the
question.
Holy Cross box score also says that all 3 goals are double assisted. So
That's really weird. Does the league site have it different? Like that's
what I'm checking right now. Because if it's a trifecta, I'm gonna say that the box score's probably right. It's a trifecta.
7.
The box score's probably right.
that's weird.
7, JJ.
Okay. So only guys
There's
like
kind of
Doug's-
some shocks on this list too. Caleb Moritz,
Really?
Elijah. Even I know Elijah's hurt, but
He's been
Elijah
hurt.
still.
Jeff obviously isn't on there.
Caleb's I think been playing hurt too, but
So Caleb, Elijah, probably Jeffrey, Dougie Scott.
well, Jeffrey hasn't played. No, I didn't count Jeffrey because he hasn't played a game yet.
Oh, okay. So 8, considering if you add Jeffrey in then. Luke Lush.
Tyler
obviously.
Mahan.
Really?
I didn't count the goalies either. Tyler Mahan, no points.
I mean, I would count them because Tommy has a point. I would count him now.
Yeah, but Luke only played 1 game.
Okay, fair.
And
So-
officially, Tommy doesn't have a point.
Yeah.
Dan,
right.
don't give me that crap.
Did he get a puck? Yes or no?
He got the
That's
puck, but
not
Did he get a puck?
official.
Yes or no?
He had
That's
a point.
not official.
He has a puck. He has
Dan,
the puck.
why are you gonna be a buzzkill right now?
Which one of
I
the
don't-
3 of us
I
has
don't
announced
like your
before a
mentality
game
here.
is one of the official statisticians?
Oh, he's
It's
pulling
not-
that card
Guess who
right
doesn't
now.
care?
Not JJ.
Oh,
Guess who
flex
doesn't
on us,
care?
Dan.
You
A
care
little harder.
enough to
Come on.
cheer when they call
Come
my
on.
name.
Come on. Give it to me, Dan. Give me a flex. Come on. Hell yeah.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna go
Um,
back and screenshot that.
Yes,
exact
please. We need that.
moment.
That's the clip for Instagram.
Yep, exactly. Dan flexing.
100%.
So good.
Good win. Good win
Yes.
Friday. Would have preferred a regulation win, but we'll take it.
Hey, 2 points is 2
Any win's
points.
a good win. Any win's a good win.
And then we flip it around to Saturday.
Off to Saturday, we started like crap.
Yes, unfortunately, that is correct.
30 seconds in, Tyler Giradosi scored. 30 seconds in, 1-0. Penalties pretty even in this one. Both teams 1 for 5 on the power play. Our power play's got to get cooking, man.
Yeah, but
Our
It's
penalty
very
kill is still
frustrating.
phenomenal, but our power play. has
Penalty
been
kill's
iffy.
great. Power play's got to get cooking.
there's one
Yes,
penalty
Dan.
that stands out here, though.
Which one is that?
Oh yeah, the Carter Wilkie hit from behind. Yeah. Yup. It was. It was. You can't argue it.
No.
I didn't
But
see it.
that
was a good
junior
call.
Irish game.
I think that ended up waking up the team because I think Wayne kind of said that, after that kind of woke everybody up because they started playing after that. And it showed.
Yes, they were
Grady
lights out the rest
Hobbs-
of the game.
Grady Hobbs, goals in back-to-back weekends. Get him going too. it's a guy who doesn't have as many points as I think some of us thought he would. Cody Laskowski stays hot. He's got points in a couple games now. Does he have a point in every game? He might.
He might. Do we have another streak going for Cody to start the year?
Let's see. No, he did not have a point against St. Lawrence.
That was going to be the one game I was curious about was St. Lawrence.
But every game since he's had at least 1 point.
All right.
And in fact, all but one of those games he's had a goal.
Yeah.
So that's 5 straight games with a point for Lasky. That's pretty good.
Take that. And then Christian Catalano, first collegiate goal. Let's go. Yes.
You're just not going to mention Crossley Stewart's first collegiate point on Hobbsy's goal.
Didn't read that far. Crossley Stewart, first collegiate point. Let's go. Catalano, his official first goal as a Tiger, even though he scored against Guelph and threw the puck right back in the bucket.
Good for him doing that. Good for him doing that.
Tyler Fukukusa getting in there on an assist as well. Matthew Wild also had an assist in this game. He's been
the young guys are putting points up.
I'd like him to contribute a little more, but hey, they're freshmen. They're still learning the college game.
Mm-hmm.
I always said I give our freshmen till January. Really, I do. It's an adjustment. It's a big leap from the leagues they're in to Division I college hockey. So usually give them till January. And then even then, they still have a little bit of a longer leash to kind of get going. And then Holy Cross decided to start making it interesting. Jack Stockfish, which is an unreal name, by the way. Stockfish?
He probably got bullied a lot.
That's the name of a chess engine, believe it or not.
Awesome. It's a what?
It's the name of a chess engine.
Huh? What the hell is that?
You lost me.
It's a computer program that plays chess.
That's exactly why you lost me.
I have no idea what that is.
Tommy Scarfoni is the reason we won this hockey game.
Yeah, I'm gonna rant a little bit once you're done talking about this.
16 saves in the third period. Oof.
And how many overall?
40 saves, did 42 shots. Oof.
Here's where I'm gonna get my rant a little bit.
Can't be doing that. Hang on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Carter Wilkie is a beast in the face-off circle. Just saying. And yeah, I'm glad to see the scoring get spread around Saturday too. Wasn't just the top line. Seemed like we got some guys starting to contribute a little more. Spread the wealth a little bit, but I think this team's on the right track. And 5 points in a weekend is on the road is huge, especially when we don't play Holy Cross again in the regular season. I don't think that's the last time we play them. We'll see them again. I can almost guarantee it. That's tiebreakers, dude. We have the tiebreaker on Holy Cross now. That is huge. If it comes down to who gets home ice in the championship or in the semifinals, it's huge. So take it, run with it. I don't want to play them in the playoffs.
No.
Said it last year, saying it again.
Rather just not see them again.
Not want to play them in the playoffs.
Well, let's just hope someone else deals with them early on. Here's where I'm going to start getting a little upset here.
Shout out to all the RIT fans I went to, by the way.
100%. Yes, really quick on that. Awesome
Love
to see. There was a lot of guys, and you were all loud.
Best fans in college hockey.
100%.
Can't change my mind. Michelle Morgan was pretty excited about it, and I think Scott Bigger said, just wait till you come to GPC.
Oh my God. Which now we know when she is coming to GPC, which is great.
Yes. So that game we need to be loud.
And we need to fill the building.
Get her to like us.
Get her to sit with us. That'd be even better. Oh, that's gotta be the plan.
That would be amazing.
Can we get the
There's
commissioner to sit with us?
no way it happens, but that would be amazing.
I could see her coming over and shaking.
I could see her coming over and chatting it up a little bit. The fans are a big part of a conference just as much as the teams and the players and the administration's now some of the fan bases in our league are smaller, but there's still some pretty good fan bases in our league. And I know we crap on them a lot. There's nobody that compares to us, but really, there's not many that compare with us in college hockey.
I mean, Canisius has a fan base. You can give them credit for that.
Right. They got something, and a lot of these schools have something, and the people that are there at night in, night out are relatively good. So
Niagara has teams that are told they have to show up to those games or else they get penalized.
I said most teams in our conference.
So here comes where I kind of get mad. 42 shots on goal for them in game 2 Saturday is absolutely unacceptable. You are not going to sit there and make a deep playoff run if you give up over 40 shots a game. Like, defensively, we need to clean it up big time.
Can I counter your point?
Go right ahead.
These were the 2 best teams in Atlantic hockey.
Very true. Very true.
Sacred Heart's up there too. I think we've played 2 of the best teams in the conference.
I think we kind of slept on Sacred Heart a little bit, to be honest with you.
I think we did too. But taking 8 out of 12 available points, no matter how you do it. Look,
I mean, that's very good.
Yeah, they give up 42 shots. A win's a win. Take it. They still won the hockey game.
I think we got.
But I agree with you. Like, you can't fall asleep in the third period against that team every night.
No, like you need, like, defensively we could be better. 100%. We could be better.
100%.
And I think losing Spencer Berry hurts because him and Nicholson, like we said last year, were the brick wall before the brick wall in terms of goaltending. But it's like, if we can get something going defensively, we'll be even better. Like, we'll be set.
And I don't even think we've been that bad defensively either. Like, we shut out Notre Dame, and that was a defensive clinic. But look, sometimes your defense has an off night, and I think that's what it was the other night. And if we only give up 2 goals on an off night,
that's kind of nuts. I mean, that's
But I look at it too, like, yes, you want your defenseman to play defensive, but when you have Tommy behind you, you can take more risks defensively.
True. That's very true.
And you see with the women too, they're taking a lot more chances offensively because they know they have somebody behind them to make a save. Dan is intensely looking up something, and I don't know what it is.
It's because I'm stupid and I was looking at the wrong goal when we were talking about Tommy, but I can tell you why he didn't get the assist.
I'm going to audio clip that now because that's pretty fantastic.
Tommy got a puck. That's all I care about.
I'm so audio clipping. I'm so audio clipping because I'm stupid and just leaving it at that.
Well, I'm gonna eat my humble pie when I'm wrong, and I was wrong.
I know.
Oh, he said it too. I'm gonna audio clip that also.
But Ice Hockey Statisticians Manual, Section 5, Article 2.
He pulled up the manual.
I have a hard copy of this.
I know you do.
Where is it? Show it. Show it.
You really want me to go get it?
I was being sarcastic.
He's walking through the press box to go get it.
I don't have it handy.
That's a
lie.
It's fine.
That's a lie.
Yeah, he does.
There it is.
Is it going to show up? Yeah, it is.
There it is.
Yeah. Hey, that's outdated. That's last year's.
Yeah.
They're probably using the same one again. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't think they changed
the NCAA changing rules. Come on.
The NCAA changing anything?
Goaltender exception under crediting assists. A goaltender may only be credited with an assist if the goalie clearly and intentionally directs the puck towards a teammate, not a rebound, or moves the puck into a set position to be picked up by a teammate. Simply stopping the momentum of a puck does not warrant an assist. Looking back
so then
at
how do you
replay,
credit a goaltender for a goal, though?
When they shoot the puck and it goes directly into the goal.
Or if they're the last player to touch it before it enters the net. There's no there's no exception to that because you have to credit the goal to somebody.
Let me just
I know what you're saying. Keep going.
Let me just put this out there right now. If Tommy Scarfoni scores a goal this year, I'm going to
go ape shit.
I'm going to jump onto the ice and hug. That's what's gonna happen.
JJ, I would love to watch you try to climb a pane of glass.
My adrenaline will be kicking. I will climb that pane of glass.
Dan, admit why you're wrong. So far, you've only proven that you were right. You've only proven that you were right.
I was wrong because I was looking at Saturday's box score when I was arguing about what the box score said.
Gotcha.
Aha.
That's fair.
But yes, that's why there's only one assist credited on the OT winner on Friday.
Makes sense.
Alrighty.
But hey, so let's pitch this over to Dan. We're going to do our scores around the league, and then we'll talk about some standings real quick.
Yeah, sorry for totally derailing whatever conversation.
That's right. I've got standings.
No, we were good.
We'll let Dan go through that. I can go through that.
We were just talking about how you can be risky defensively when you have a goaltender like Tommy Scarfoni and Serico behind you.
Yeah. Notre Dame swept Mercyhurst Thursday, Friday. 4-3 in overtime on Thursday. And then 5-0. 5-0 on Friday.
Mercyhurst was up 3-1 going into the third period.
Mercyhurst got clapped the second game.
Like, yes, we want Notre Dame to win, but we want Notre Dame to beat Big Ten schools. We want Atlantic hockey schools to beat Notre Dame.
Sacred Heart takes 4 points from Niagara. Niagara won in overtime on Friday 4-3. Sacred Heart came back to win in regulation 4-1 on Saturday.
Even better.
Robert Morris and Bentley split. RMU won 4-3 Friday, and Bentley shut the Colonials out 3-0 Saturday. Air Force lost both of their games, 6-2 to Colorado College and 4-0 to Denver.
Yikes.
They were screwed the minute Augustana came back on Denver the night before. Augustana.
They got
us. Hold on a second. Whoa.
They're kind of interesting right now.
On the road at Denver, coming back to take it in the exhibitional shootout because it didn't count for anything anyway. Dang.
What was that?
That's impressive.
Was that
impressive.
What spawned the non-conference shootouts are dumb post I saw on Reddit?
Yes.
I think so. That's probably what it was.
Augustana tied the game on the power play with 21 seconds left in the third. Yes. Yes. I love it when Denver loses.
And the only game that I haven't mentioned is because it wasn't actually played. Army was making the trip to Springfield on Friday to play AIC, and their bus broke down, so that game got postponed.
I think you mean their tank broke down.
No, it was definitely a bus. So my argument is, you mean to tell me that my taxpayer dollars could not pay for a bus that wouldn't break down?
I was sick of hearing this argument on Friday.
Serious?
That is the clip for Instagram, is that.
Use my taxes somewhere else.
You've said that 4 times in this podcast, JJ. How many posts? How many clips
that's incorrect. I've said it once. Nate has said it 3 other times.
I said it at least twice. See, you know what the worst part is? They probably broke down in Connecticut too. Ugh. Or they just said, "Screw it, we're going right to Sacred Heart because that's where they play."
Hey, Connecticut's got good pizza. That's fine. It's all right.
Yeah, in New Haven. If they broke down in New Britain, then I don't know what you're doing.
Connecticut's a pretty good place for RIT men's lacrosse.
Where?
Damn.
Connecticut?
Yes.
Damn right, back-to-back natty chips, baby.
Boy, this is a fun week coming up.
Roll Tech, baby.
Sacred Heart hosts Army on Tuesday, which is Halloween.
Spooky.
I hate that so much.
Then on Thursday, AIC hosts Bentley. Hopefully Bentley's bus doesn't break down.
They don't have to go that far.
Are you saying they'll get off the bus and walk?
They can just walk there if they have to.
Oh, man.
Friday, Canisius brings Holy Cross in at 6, and they'll finish that series at 7 on
Those
Saturday.
are their first home games of the year.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's kind of funny.
They've only played 4 games.
And they've lost all 4 of them.
Yes.
Niagara brings Air Force to town, both games at 7. Bentley.
Oh, you mean they're not playing on a Thursday?
Wow, basketball must be having an off weekend.
Oh, club team
Basketball
must be on the road.
hasn't started yet.
Club
That's the
team
joke.
must be on the road.
Bentley finishes the home
Niagara.
and home with AIC 7:05 Friday. That's a really well, I guess it's not really weird, but it's still a strange home and home to do Thursday, Friday. Mercyhurst heads to Bowling Green. Does Bowling Green like 7:07 starts? Are they the Blue Jays?
Yes.
Stupid Toronto.
And then RMU on Saturday will host a 7 o'clock exhibition against Simon Fraser, who, despite being a Canadian school, I do believe is an NCAA member.
What? How?
They are for, I think it's football. I think
That's
it's
weird.
just the one sport, though.
I don't know enough
Interesting.
about it to know one way or the other.
Oh, you know who plays Simon Fraser?
Yes, Colby Matthews.
Colby Matthews.
Oh, and there is a Sunday game. Sacred Heart will head down to LIU to play a 7 o'clock game.
Isn't
That'll
that
be
heading
on
up
ESPN
there?
Plus.
No, it's heading down. You're right. Never mind. I'm
No,
wrong.
that's technically heading down.
Yep, Connecticut is above Long Island. That's my bad.
JJ knows geography. Yay.
I wonder why the
Bucket hat
Bridgeport
bid.
Islanders. I wonder why the
I love this
Bridgeport
hat, man.
Islanders used to be called the Sound Tigers.
Do not get me started on that rebrand.
It can't have anything to do with Long Island Sound.
Do you know how long it took me to figure that out?
Probably
Like
about as
20
long as it
years.
took me to figure it out too.
So looking at the current conference standings at the moment, AIC Air
Talk
Force,
to me, JJ.
AIC Air Force, Army, and Canisius both are tied for 8th because they have not played a conference game yet.
Bums.
Canisius and Army also have yet to win a game, which is hilarious.
Bums.
Bentley and Niagara are currently tied for 6th with 3 points apiece. Mercyhurst is the lone survivor in 5th with 4 points. Holy Cross resides in 4th with 5. Robert Morris is in 3rd with 6. Sacred Heart is in 2nd with 7. And RIT is lonely at the top with 8.
Don't talk about that anymore. Don't
The sneaky
like
wagon
that.
is back.
I don't like that Air Force has 4 games in hand on us. Thank you. That's horrifying because they're good. Yeah,
I do like the fact that
same with
Canisius hasn't won a
Army
game
and
yet. That's kind of
Canisius.
funny.
I am very much a fan of Canisius not winning a game yet.
What a great start to their title defense, not winning a game.
Well, I mean, JJ, to be fair, they were in like out of a playoff spot in the beginning of February and they won the conference. So you
I
can't
know.
really judge a start.
I mean, I can and I will. So
Speaking of the Black Knights from Army West Point,
yes, we will be playing them this weekend.
they are off to a pretty slow start.
Correct.
A 6-0 loss at home to Union. And then they had 2 tough ones. They went all the way out for the icebreaker at North Dakota and got smoked. And then played a decent game against Bemidji, who's not a bad team. I mean, they're middle of the pack CCHA, which isn't bad. And they lost 3-2 in overtime. And then I kind of wish we were recording this not today, because then maybe we would get to be able to watch a game of them playing a team that's on their level. But
That game's gonna be on SNY. Interesting.
a lot of Sacred Hearts games are on SNY, along with Flow.
I don't understand that.
I do, because they have the capability to show games with fans in the building, even though there might not be many. It's a Tuesday,
Their
and
building
it's
is empty.
Halloween.
Yeah,
it's
no
a
one's gonna be
Tuesday
there.
and it's Halloween. Like,
Yeah,
you
no
have
one's going
no
to that.
shot. I would
Zero
go to a
chance.
hockey game on Halloween, but
Zero chance anyone else is there. Zero chance.
Good Lord, why are tickets? Sorry, I'm on the Army's website looking at their schedule, and it shows ticket prices for the Friday game, $12 to $15. Saturday
Oh my
is
God.
14. Saturday is 14 to 17.
Yeah, good thing I'm not going to that now. Save
If
some
you've
money.
never been, the West Point campus is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm sure right now with the leaves
It's
being
probably
the
really
colors
pretty.
that they are, it is probably absolutely beautiful. Nice rink too. It is what it is. It's a concrete building on an army base with a sheet of ice, but it's pretty nice. I enjoyed our trip to West Point a few years ago. Me and my dad went down a few years ago, but they don't really have anything that jumps off the page at you stat wise. I mean, they've only played 3 games, so it's really hard. Like, the only thing that I have is Gavin Abrick is actually still decent, even though he got lit up by North Dakota. So like his stats are kind of and Union, but hey, he'll settle in. He's a good goaltender, and I don't think these games will be as easy as we think they will be. And RAT Army is always a hard fought battle, and I respect the hell out of Brian Riley.
Yeah, I was gonna say Coach Riley is one of the class act gentlemen in this conference.
Hell out of him, because he is a damn good hockey coach. He'll get Army going in the right direction. I have no doubt about it. That being said, this is a team that
your brooms, people. We're probably gonna need them again.
If we're gonna get on a roll, this is the weekend to do it.
Next couple weekends to do it.
This weekend and next weekend against Mercyhurst too, and then we have a bye week. We get to welcome the Giant Killer. Anyway, yeah, UNH has 3 wins this year, and they're all against ranked teams. It's horrifying.
The University of No Hardware apparently is trying to make a chance to get a hardware this year.
We'll talk about that when we get closer.
We'll see how they do. Yes.
Yeah, Army. They're always hard fought games. I know if you look at this series at the Division I level, RAT kind of owns it, but in recent years, Army's been coming back in that series. So if Gavin Abrick is on, he could win goalie of the year in Atlantic Hockey. If he when he's on, he's that good. Just when he's off, he's that bad. So
yeah,
he's one of those goalies where he's either on or he's off. There's no in between. So I think we're in for a decent weekend of hockey. That being said, again, I'm gonna go with a sweep.
Me too.
And if not all 6-5.
I think I'm thinking 6 for this too, honest to God. I really don't see us not leaving without anything.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 6.
Yeah. So teams gotta show up though. Can't give up
if we start
40 something shots.
Yeah, don't take a whole freaking period to get going. Like,
and don't take the third period off either, please.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Very nice to see.
And
it should be another good weekend.
And there's no problem with this team towing the line on aggressiveness, but even if they don't score on a 5-minute power play, they're still killers.
Yeah. So they can gas you, especially on a team like Army, who is let's be honest, guys. They're probably the best conditioned team in the conference. And if it's not them, it's Air Force. So
yeah,
actually,
the
I
military
take
tends
that
to do
back.
that.
I take that back. It's definitely Air Force because they do it at the altitude, but Army's a very close second. And they're just always going, and they're fast. There's one thing about Army teams is that they're fast. And Max Itagaki is no joke. He won Rookie of the Year in our conference last year for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So stole it from Tyler Mahan, by the way.
And at least we also know, with the fact these guys are so conditioned and they play as well and are as physical as they are, it means they're going to protect our country pretty well. So, I mean, you can't be mad if they're good because it means they're in shape.
I don't care who they are. They're another hockey team in the way.
Yeah, it's very true. 100%.
They're another team in the way. Another team we only played twice this year.
That's odd.
Like, Atlantic Hockey's got to figure out their scheduling.
Michelle, take note.
We don't play Sacred Heart again in the regular season. We don't play Holy Cross again in the regular season, thank God. And then we play Army. And we don't play them again in the regular season.
Also, I'm going to stop right now.
Like,
are you mad that we're not playing Sacred Heart again? Because I'm kind of okay not playing them again because Mother of God.
I mean, those were good hockey games.
Times.
Like,
I mean, yes, they were, but we've played them 15 times the last 2 seasons. So, like, I'm good.
I do kind of like the streak of us not going there, though.
That's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
Except there are plenty of people that would like to go see the new rink and
myself included.
I'd like to go see the new
myself included. Preferably not a playoff game, though. Preferably a regular season game because hopefully the playoffs are in the building behind you, Dan. Another thing, too, at Army, this is a weekend to kind of give yourself a buffer in the standings.
Yep.
So,
I mean, if you can sweep Army, you get 6 more points. You'd be at what?
Think we're sitting
14.
14. And with Sacred Heart being off this weekend from conference play, I mean, sure they'll have games in hand, but it helps create some separation. So,
yep,
games in hand are only valuable if you win them. So, you got to win your games in hand. And again, I still think this league is wide open. I think anybody can win this league. We're seeing it. Bentley's better than we thought. We thought
Bentley is not hot garbage.
That's me. I think it was a fair expectation.
We thought Bentley was going to be total crap.
Tell you what, those sometimes first-year coaches, man, are benefits. Like,
man, he rallied his troops.
I know we didn't see it in year 1 with Bill Riga, but we saw it in year 2. And same thing here. When RIT went D1, first year was awful. Second year, we won the conference. So it's like new teams, new regimes can create good things and create new cultures. And I think, and it's good. I think the parity in our league is good. Makes it more fun, I guess.
Yes.
More fun when we're not involved. But let's go, boys. 6 points. Need it.
Yeah. Excited for this weekend.
Let's roll.
Yeah. With that being said, I think we're going to wrap it up now. If you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that bell notification so you are notified when all new episodes go live. Leave a comment. Even if your name is not Aaron Huss, we will always respond to it. We love hearing from everybody. It's always a fun time. In the description, you will find links to all of our social medias. Instagram is the big one right now. We're getting close to 2,000 followers. Let's hit that, please. I'd love to see it.
We're going to come up with some sort of contest, I think.
For whoever is the 2,000
maybe
follower.
Yeah, if we got to keep growing the way we are first, but
which means what I'm going to do is unfollow with 1,998 and then wait 2 spots and then
JJ, if it's you, I'm not giving it to you.
It's going to be sneaky, that sense. Also in the description will be the link to the Discord. Discord has been pretty big as of late. People have been joining that a lot. We've got a lot of new members in there. That's a great spot to see information about. Oh my God, I blanked. Seeing information on away games. Like, speaking of which, like with Holy Cross, a lot of RIT fans were there, and a lot of them used the Discord to group up and figure out where they were all going to sit. If you're going to Army or going to some other away games and you want to sit with other RIT fans, that is probably the spot to go to figure that out. On top of that, you're also going to find a bunch of different information just kind of on the weekly about what themes are coming up soon. And we're planning some more stuff for November, so that'll be fun. No more blackouts, though. That's just a curse. But
so true.
am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Oh, yeah. Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
We'll be up this week.
They will be up this week. Something weird happened with that last week, so we got that.
Technical difficulties.
We will have those both up again, and you'll be able to watch. And again, listen. I'm not going to say what it is, but we've also got some really fun stuff planned. We were coordinating some stuff as of recent, so keep your eyes out on the YouTube and also the other social medias because we'll probably announce things there. But yeah, we will see everybody next weekend. Have a great night. Go Tigers.
Roll Tide.
I don't have anything clever to say here anymore.
R-I-T, R-I-T, R-I-T.